Why is it when we try to find someone to love, we find ourselves looking for someone else when we've had ourselves all along? I think it is because we started looking all from the wrong place. Let me explain. This is for anyone searching for love, whether it is from a heartbreak or after a hard time, being single for a long time, or someone who has never been in a relationship before. Oftentimes we feel that we're not good enough, or that we don't want to get hurt again, or that we are too good for anyone to make us feel something. And all of those reasons are valid. I think the movies and social media nowadays have given us this false sense of hope and reality of what relationships are actually like. That it looks a lot easier than it actually is, or it is talked about in such bad taste in the mouth that it's something that we never want to experience for ourselves ever. When someone faces a breakup online, they share a video about how much hurt and pain and suffering that they went through and how awful that person was. And after watching that, why would we ever want to put ourselves in that position? We wouldn't. Now let me be clear. In the present time that I'm filming this video, I am in a very happy relationship. And I'm actually filming this video on Valentine's Day. So I'm not on the single side, but I did my fair share before this relationship. And no, that doesn't mean that I went on a million dates. Don't go that way. But it does mean that I took time to figure out who I was, what I loved doing, and who I loved being around. That way, when someone special enters my life, I won't be stuck not knowing the answers to any of the questions because I knew who I was and I knew what I loved. So answer me this. Let's play a little game. Why are you single? 1, do you think you're not good enough? 2, do you think it's a waste of time? 3, is it because the gender that you like or prefer is trash? And 4, is it because finding someone isn't truly what you want? When we are searching for someone to love, I find that the right person will never come along. And having a constant search party and scrolling through 100 people on a dating app might not be the best way to find them. And with that being said, love works so vastly different for each and every single one of us, so I'm just speaking from my personal experience. So then how do we find love if we're not searching for it? When I was searching for someone to love, I was craving love and affection, and I would accept it from anyone who walked in that door. But nothing stuck, nothing stayed, nor did I want anyone to stay. And that was because I was searching for the wrong reasons. When we're not completely content with ourselves, when someone else walks into that door, we adapt to be them. We stop being who we are, we stop liking what we like, doing what we love, and we morph into them. We morph into this relationship and we morph into the same person, which ultimately leads the relationship in ending because we no longer are the person that they fell in love with, and vice versa. Now, people change, and that's okay. That's inevitable. Now, let's get personal and a little uncomfortable, okay? Might be a little weird. Should I say this, being in a relationship? I don't think being single is a bad thing. All of my friends that are single joke about being so lonely. But plot twist, you can be just as lonely in a relationship if it's with the wrong person. And to me, that's terrifying. That's more terrifying than being lonely while alone. When I was single after my first really tough breakup, I took a lot of time to be alone. I took a lot of time to be myself. I dated, I isolated myself, and I really focused on doing things that I enjoy. For example, I really didn't like that I didn't know what food made me feel good. You know when you eat anything and some days you feel great, some days you don't, some days your stomach's upset, some days it's not. I found I was focusing so much on finding someone that I didn't really even listen to my body. I didn't listen to what I like doing. And that's only such a small aspect of my life. There's other things like sports, music, interests. But the main thing I focused on was food. I didn't know what I liked. But the one thing that I figured out is that I value friendship more than I value love. Because when it comes to a relationship with a friend, you get nothing out of it. And that's the hardest to find. So I knew that if I was to date again, I knew that it would have to be someone that I could become best friends with. Someone that fit with my values and my way of life. And I know that some people think that's shallow, but it's my life. It's your life. You're allowed to like what you like. I'm allowed to like what I like. And I don't think loving what you love is shallow. Like, don't love someone just because the internet says you need to love everyone. Because we don't need to love everyone in this world. We need to be kind. We need to be compassionate. But when we're talking about the relationship of love, this little combination of two people, really the one thing you gotta focus on there is that you need to love yourself, because it's gonna save a whole world of hurt. And I promise a lot of people will come along when you have the love for yourself, because the right people will gravitate towards you. So if you're single, don't rush. Promise you're in the right spot. Stay you, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys next time.